Hey guys, hey Sherwin, how are you? Welcome to
Hi
my
Rahul,
channel Enlightening français. Thank you
thank
so
you.
much कि तूने time निकाला आने के लिए to share your experience related to Jufle. I'm so happy that you join and you have time to to spread your knowledge related to Jufle to my audience. So how are you?
I'm very good. Thank you.
Okay.
What about you?
I'm doing fine, thank you. So let's start our podcast, okay, related to not Duflo, PROFLE. Okay, Duflo is next level. Okay. So first of all, can you share a bit about your background as a language teacher, or what led you to enroll in the PROFLE program?
Okay. Hi, I'm Sherwin and I'm a French language trainer. I'm currently in France. I'm living in Paris. I'm doing my master's in French. And I've always been inclined towards learning French. And I thought that why not? Usually in India, you need a B.Ed to, teach
Yeah,
any of the disciplines or any subjects. But I was like, I don't want to wait to complete my graduation and then do a B.Ed.
yeah,
So I was like, why not before that, find an easier way or an easier solution?
smart way.
So while I learned French in school and at college, I found it
Hmm.
very interesting. So I decided that okay, why not start learning French and then
Yeah.
teaching? And I've always been Rahul. This is something I've always been inclined towards doing. When I was
Hmm.
small, I always wanted to be a teacher. I used to play with these small animals and
Hmm.
I used to teach them. This is one of my
Wow.
biggest secrets, so don't tell anybody.
You just
But
disclose on my channel. Okay, you're
yeah,
saying.
my bad. But yes, so I knew that I wanted to be a teacher, but I was very confused as to what subject. And then
Mhm.
I got exposed to French, and my college professor, her name is Ellen Momkel. She suggested me and told me that, you should do French. You should go ahead in French. So that's
Okay.
when I decided that, okay, I'll enroll myself in Alliance process and then
Mhm.
I will take things further. So I decided to do A1, I did C1, then I did all the courses. And now today I'm in
Wow.
France. I'm doing my master's in French.
So you are so educated.
Yeah, very
And a
much.
smart place when like you
Yes.
took a decision to do ProFlow, yeah, other teaching training program as compared to like B.Ed. The
Mhm.
B.Ed it takes around 2 years these days,
Yes.
2 to 3 years,
It takes two.
and then you
Yes.
have to study a lot, and then we don't know the outcomes. But we here in the
Yes.
ProFlow or GFlow we know the outcomes. Yeah.
We know the outcomes. The
S-
objectives are very
Mhm.
defined, you
Yeah,
know.
that's true. So my next question is, what were your initial expectations before starting the ProFlow program, and how did your experience align with those expectations?
So I had heard of Deufler. I'll begin
Hmm.
with the story. I'd heard of Deufler, but I wasn't sure what exactly is Deufler, and I was not quite sure that, if I really wanted to do Deufler or directly do a master's in French.
Mm,
So as soon as I finished my B2, I actually missed the deadline for appearing for Deufler.
okay.
So it was like usually you apply in September, October, November, and I
Yeah.
was already in December.
Okay.
So I was like, very sad, and I was like, I wanted to do the IFLA as my friends enrolled. So one of my friends, he told me that, there's this one training which has been come out by France Education Internationale
Hmm.
and CNED known as PROFLE. I was like,
Okay.
what is it? So he's like, I don't know. You see it and you try it. So I was like, okay, fine. So I called up France Education Internationale. Definitely, this was
You
three, four
directly call
years.
them.
Yeah,
Okay.
I directly found out today it's the world of internet.
So
So I
courageous.
found their number. I looked for their number, and I was like, I looked, and my luck was good that I got in touch. Somebody answered because usually these people they don't answer.
Hmm.
So somebody answered, and they're like, yes, how may we help you? So I was like, I came across a friend of mine told me about this course known as ProFlow. So I
Okay.
inquired and then I asked them that the first thing I was like, is this the same as DU flow? This was my first thing that I asked them because I was so inclined towards doing DU flow ki DU flow hi karna hai. So
Okay.
then they're like, you know what? There was a ma'am, and I don't even know who she was. And she's like, she told me, you know what? ProFleur is 10 times better than the UFLA. And I was like,
Oh.
no, this can't be possible.
Okay.
Then she's like, no, you really, really should try it out. So I asked her that, is it the same as the UFLA? She's like, you will enjoy it more. So I
Okay.
was like, okay, fine. I was like, okay, why not give it a try? Something different. And
Mhm.
definitely rather than wasting a year, I believe that I was idle at that time. It was the month of
So,
December, January. So I was like,
mhm.
why not, do something? So I
Okay.
enrolled then for ProFleur.
Okay.
That's
So,
how the idea of ProFleur came in my mind.
so yeah. So, but like, so how did your experience, align with those expectations? Like somebody told you, like, ProFleur is much better than Dufleur, and then maybe like someone when somebody tell us, okay, bro, do a master's in finance rather than MBA, okay, and then we say, okay, we have to do master because that person tell us, and they he's or she sharing his or her experience. So my question is like, how did your experience align with those expectations? Was it good, bad, moderate? Like,
Okay. So first and foremost, I mean, just doing a delve B to Rahul, and like usually, when we are learning French, from A1, A2, we are only familiarized with A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2, and that's it. We
yeah,
do not know what is ahead of that.
that's true. That's true. Like
ये
many people,
twist,
they does not. Yeah,
yeah,
they don't know.
like
Yeah.
C2 is the end. Okay, that's the end. So after
उसके
doing a
बाद क्या?
B2,
Yeah.
yes, exactly. After doing a B2, I was like, clueless. Clueless. I didn't understand anything initially because, when you're doing A1, A2, when you're doing these levels known as the
Mhm,
CFR levels, okay, you are learning French as a language. But it's a sudden shift after B2, you're
mhm,
suddenly shifting from B2 to teaching French. So your
mhm.
role changes.
That's
From
true.
a learner, you're going towards being a teacher.
Teacher. Yeah, that's
So
true.
you are initially a lost.
Mhm,
I was lost. I didn't understand anything. It was quite complicated for me to
mhm.
understand. I was like, okay, where is compréhension orale? Where is
Okay.
compréhension écrite? Where is production orale? Where is production écrite? Where are all these activities? Where are all this?
Yeah.
So with time, I mean, the modules were quite, they were quite comprised, and they were like quite compressed. Sorry, and they were quite precise to the point. So initially, as a student who's done the ProFleur, sorry, initially I was lost, but with time and once the discovery stage and all got done,
Yeah.
I started liking it. And the most important, Rahul, I want to get this to your notice.
Mhm.
ProFleur helped me to plan my lessons. It
Okay.
gave me an idea as a fresher. Like, we do
Yeah.
A1, A2, B1, B2, C1, C2.
Mhm,
From a teacher's point of view, the professor who comes in an Allianz class who's standing right in front of you, Rahul, okay,
mhm.
you understand what they are doing. You
Yeah.
understand their flow. You understand what all activities, why they are doing things in
Mhm.
what way. It's a path. So the main thing that I learned from ProFlow is that oh, so my teachers when they come in class they do this, they think this way. So it
Yeah.
puts you in that place where you know the thinking of your teacher.
Yeah, yeah. Like, this is the like same experience I got thanks to Duflo. Like that we have done together, Duflo. Like fish pedagogy, which is really an interesting thing. Like I think like I like if like अगर तुमने B2 तक कर लिया है ना, you should do yeah, like absolutely do like Duflo at least once in your life. Like whether if you want to go into the teaching
Teaching
profession or
friend.
not,
Yes.
but yeah, दूसरा give you the environment कि ओके टीचर इतना कुछ प्रिपेयर करते हैं वो बस वो 2 घंटे की क्लास लेने के लिए ओके सो एंड वी थिंक भाई टीचर आता है क्या बोल के जाता है समझ ही नहीं आ रहा भाई फ्रेंच में ही क्लासेस चल रही है सो आई गो टू लाइक ओके देयर इज अ रीजन कि फ्रेंच की क्लासेस फ्रेंच में ही क्यों पढ़ा रहे हैं व्हाई सिंस डे वन देयर इज नो इंग्लिश यूज लाइक इवन अ सिंगल वर्ड सो लाइक थैंक्स टू ड्यूफ्ले प्रोग्राम लाइक हम उस टॉपिक पे नहीं जाएंगे सो ऑफ कोर्स वी
Okay.
विल स्टिक टू द प्रोफ्ले टॉपिक
ProFlow.
so yeah, so
So Rahul, I
ProFleur.
want to add on also
Mhm.
something that ProFleur was my base for my DUFleur. And also,
Mm-hmm.
there are many students, many
Mm-hmm.
friends who, now being in the teaching French profession, many students have called me up and told me, Sherwin, sir, we didn't get admission in DUFleur. So, students often get discouraged sometimes
Yeah,
because, you need a
a
cutoff where
good
you need a
level.
55
Yeah,
or
yeah,
60 in
exactly.
a
True.
B2, which some students, don't able to manage to get,
That's true.
those scores, so they get quite discouraged. So when in such for such students, such teachers who are so confident and want to teach, but they may have lost hope at the moment, I believe that ProFleur is the base, and I believe that you should start off with ProFleur and then move on to the.
So one line I would like to add over there. Like I know, like there is a big competition in the market these days, especially for the Jufler and Proflo. Competition तब भी था जब हमने किया था. But the thing is, like अगर guys अब discourage नहीं होना, अगर तुम्हें लगता है तुम्हारा नहीं हुआ, ठीक है, तुम्हारे पास बजट नहीं है प्रोफ्लो करने का. Sherwin teach like how to prepare fish pedagogy. You can take private lessons from Sherwin. So of course, like he helped me a lot, ठीक है, to make me understand how to prepare a fish pedagogy proper in the proper way.
Yes, but I think
So
Rahul, our talks were more and our fish pedagogic was less. Not forgetting, but yes.
okay, okay. So my next question is, like I read somewhere, so there is a UI, like user. There is a online pre-recorded
Join.
sessions they offer while doing the ProFlow. So how did the mobile friendly interface of ProFlow contribute to the convenience and accessibility of your learning experience?
Okay. So first and foremost, Rahul, I would like to introduce the modules
Hmm.
to
Yeah,
our
this is important.
people. Yes. So there are Profila actually has four modules.
Hmm.
Okay. But the first one is like, there's no importance given to the first one.
Hmm.
So I will just tell you all the modules quickly. Okay. There are the three main modules that we focus on are Construire une unité didactique,
Yeah.
c'est-à-dire, which means you make a lesson plan.
Okay.
Piloter une séquence pédagogique. This is the module number two, which is you as a teacher, now you are in the class.
Yeah.
Okay. The construire une unité didactique is before class.
Okay.
Piloter une séquence pédagogique is
When you are in
during
the
class,
class.
you
Okay.
are in the class. And évaluer les apprenants, which is the evaluation, which is the
After
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 class.
the class.
So,
Wow.
you have all the three modules in the three sets, okay? And each module is like, there are 40 hours of each module is constructed in such a way that you have 40 hours of,
Mm-hmm.
practices, doing, working on the activities.
Mm-hmm.
30 hours where you do your self activities, like you get
Okay.
homeworks and you do those homeworks, okay,
Okay.
like school and, school and homework. And the 10 hours, so 40 plus 30, which is 70.
70.
Sorry, you have in all 80 hours. Sorry, I made a mistake.
Okay.
The last 10 hours is where you have a tutor. You have a tutor
Wh-
pedagogic, like
What
a
does that
teacher.
mean? Okay.
Now it's like you do for 40 hours, you do the activities online,
Mm-hmm.
okay? Then 30 hours you have homeworks,
Okay.
okay? You return the homeworks on a specific date, okay, on the specific day. And the last 10 hours, okay, of the module is where you have a teacher in front of you and you ask all your queries that, like
Mm-hmm.
it's not 10 hours at a stretch, it can be 3 hours, 3 hours, and 4 hours, like in different
Oh.
where, ma'am, I had this doubt. Ma'am, I have not understood this. Sir, I have not understood this. So you also have someone who guides you and tells you where you have gone wrong, and they also correct your mistakes. And
Okay.
also at the end, they will explain you the entire module. Okay, in this module, in this activity, in
Mm-hmm.
this chapter, we were looking for this. So it's
Okay.
not that only you're doing online. Yes, 90% of the work is you're doing it online. Okay, you
Mm-hmm.
have the MOOC. Okay, you have the CNED MOOC that they
Yeah.
give you.
MOOC.
Where,
Yeah.
yes, MOOC, where you
MOCC,
have.
guys, let me just tell you what is MOCC. Basically, in France, जो भी हमारे ऑनलाइन एजुकेशन सिस्टम जो भी होता है वो थ्रू हम उसको MOCC बोलते हैं. So yeah, please continue, Shobhi.
So it is an online medium to do the course and
Mm-hmm.
to learn. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just like a college university. Just say you have a login ID, you have a
Yeah.
password, You log in into your this, and whatever are your course materials
Mm-hmm.
and everything, you just watch it out over there. And everything is quite self-explanatory because everything is systematic, like chapter 1, chapter 2, chapter 3, chapter 4. So you just click, you do the activities. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
whatever those activities are, like in class. Imagine you're
Okay.
in class and you're doing the activity, and you do the activity over there. And then afterwards, at the end, once you finish, all the 10 activities are given. Then they give you a homework. You do that
Okay.
homework, okay? You do that homework, and then you submit it on the platform. That is for submission.
Okay.
Once you have submitted, you have a teacher, like a guide, who will
An
correct it,
expert
and
who
an
aligned.
expert,
Okay.
yes, yes, and this expert will correct your work and get back to you and give you your marks and saying that, okay, this is your answer. And then
So.
this is the
Mm-hmm.
same expert and the same teacher who will be at the end of the module, the last
Mm-hmm.
10 hours, who will
Mm-hmm.
be telling you that, okay, here you had made this mistake. Oh,
Okay.
this you have not understood properly. In this module, we were looking for this as an answer. So we have this. They will explain you everything. So
So
this is it.
okay, so we can say in brief, like you have like for the mobile interface, okay,
Yes.
recorded sessions, it is a like quite friendly
Yes,
interface, we
quite
can say,
friendly. You can do it
and
anytime. You can do it anywhere. There are no deadlines.
with
Only there is a deadline for the homework. Definitely the
okay,
answer key that you write. There
mm-hmm.
is a deadline for the homework. Otherwise, you can do it on your mobile phones. You can do it on on your laptops. But guys, I would always suggest you all that do it on laptops because it would be more convenient
Yeah,
and more.
that's true. And yeah, so we can say like the like there is a mobile friendly interface, and also allowing an expert is cherry on the cake.
Yes.
Okay. So in your opinion, what sets ProFleur apart from other professional development programs such as for language teachers? I know like
Uh,
there are many courses dedicatedly aligned for the teachers. Okay, not only for the teachers but for especially for the language teachers. सो वाई प्रोफ्लर क्यों प्रोफ्लर करें क्यों भाई और भी प्रोग्राम्स है करने के लिए और भी वर्कशॉप्स होती हैं बहुत सारे छोटे मोटे इंस्टीट्यूट्स आते हैं बाहर के टीचर बुलाते हैं एंड देन दे ऑफर मैनी क्लासेस फॉर टू डेवलप योर टीचिंग स्किल्स सो व्हाई ओनली प्रोफ्लर आई नो लाइक यू आर वेरी गुड रिसर्चर ओके और रिसर्च किया होगा तूने बहुत अच्छे से लेकिन प्रोफ्लर क्यों चूज किया
So first and foremost, Rahul, I would want to draw your attention that, I mean, there are very less teaching related courses in French.
हम्म
Okay.
हम्म
And the main ones that are recognized are DU and Master Fle, okay, or a
हम्म
master's in French. And I also want to tell you that, okay, PROFLE is globally recognized
ओके
because, yes, you may have your, these, as you said, these small institutes, or you may have many courses. Many courses are there for learning French. Many courses. You want to learn French in 3 months, you want to learn French in 5 months, learn French in 8 months, learn French in 1 month, 1 year. Okay, many French learning courses are there. But how many teaching French courses are there? One, two,
ट्रिप
three, three,
3 4 yeah we can
and
say
three,
yeah
four, handful.
handful yeah
A
handful
handful.
yeah
So, ProFleur is one diploma, okay, which I can tell you that it is very well recognized because it is by France Education Internationale.
okay
So, and CNED, which is,
yeah
I mean,
CNED
yes,
Mhm.
CNED.
Mhm.
So, I mean, France Education Internationale is known. Alliance,
यार
it's like a
everybody
like
knows like अगर तुम फ्रेंच पढ़ रहे हो तो तुम्हें सबको पता होगा like if you are on the certain level ठीक है
yeah.
तो everybody knows about them
So,
so
yes.
okay so maybe our audience and I myself I got the reply and the response from your side but I have one more question like do you suggest personally कि like there are many people around each year 200 to 300 students okay they do assistana program assista dongle program and the duration of this program is around 8 months they stay here in France 8 months and then they stuck after that कि भाई आगे क्या करें okay assistana कर लिया अच्छा था अब then what to do because in the assistana as well they got experience of teaching like ठीक है उन्होंने इंग्लिश पढ़ाई इट डिपेंड कि किसको कौन सी क्लास के बच्चे मिले, अलाइन हुए, कैसे हुए। बट डू यू सजेस्ट कि असिस्ताना जो असिस्ताना उंगली प्रोग्राम ऑलरेडी कर रहे हैं, सो तो वो कर उनको करना चाहिए या नहीं करना चाहिए?
So Rahul, here over here it depends what are their
हम्म
future goals. If they want
हम्म
to teach English,
हम्म
then PROFLE makes no sense. Because yes, we say that language is the base. Okay, that's why it's
हम्म
always didatic de long. Okay, it is
या
not
दीदा
always, it's not always pertaining to one. So the methodology of teaching remains the same,
हम्म
but depends upon your interest. So if
या
you decide I want to be an English teacher, okay, you rather do the courses that are suggested by Cambridge, like the
कैम्ब्रिज। Okay,
Celta,
let me
TESOL,
just tell
TESOL.
you, let me just tell you, शेविन has सेल्टा, ठीक है? जितने भी कैम्ब्रिज के प्रोग्राम है, लाइक शेविन बहुत छुपा रहता, द मोस्ट एजुकेटेड पर्सन आई हैव एवर सीन इन माय लाइफ इज शेविन। एवर सीन मोस्ट educated educated person I see, Sherwin. Okay, so let's continue.
Thank you, Rahul. So, if you want to be an English teacher, I would suggest you that you look for Cambridge courses. There is TEFL, there is TESOL, there is
Hmm.
TKT, there is Delta, there is CELTA. So you have
Yeah.
five certifications for English teachers who want to teach English as a language. Okay, and yes, there is no relation between Assistant and ProFlow. ProFleur and Assistana are individual choices.
Yeah, like the both are different, but my question it was, ओके, मैंने असिस्ताना कर लिया, ठीक है, मुझे इंग्लिश नहीं पढ़ाना, बिकॉज क्योंकि मुझे फ्रांस आना था, एक्सप्लोर करना था, ठीक है, एक्सप्लोर कर लिया। नाउ मैनी ऑफ देम, अराउंड 80% ऑफ देम दे स्टक कि भाई आगे क्या करें, क्योंकि मैनी ऑफ देम दे या तो वो B1 तक करते हैं, देन वो असिस्ताना के लिए अप्लाई करते हैं। तो उसके बाद वो सोचते हैं कि अगर मुझे टीचिंग में जाना है, नॉट द इंग्लिश वो सेल्टा लेवल की नहीं पढ़ाते यहाँ पर, ठीक है, इंग्लिश बेसिक इंग्लिश इज लाइक कल्चर एक्सचेंज प्रोग्राम। ओके, सो नाउ क्योंकि उन्होंने एक सर्टेन लेवल, बहुत अच्छा लेवल, एक B1 इज ऑल्सो अ गुड लेवल, तो वहां तक फ्रेंच सीख कर आते हैं, देन इट्स लाइक कि भाई अब आगे कर रहे क्या। सो डू यू सजेस्ट कि ओके, प्रोफाइल इज अ गुड चॉइस ऑफ फॉर देम और नॉट?
Yes, I would always suggest people's teachers, the teachers who are just going to begin their career in teaching
हम्म
French, from being French students to
हम्म
suddenly getting the transformation, bolte na, these newborn babies, okay,
या
what I refer to them as. I would always suggest them to first do a ProFleur because you will get an idea how to manage and teach your class. And I personally would really advise you to do it, you as all language enthusiastic teachers, because I began my career from here doing ProFlow. I've done all the modules, and I really think that it definitely helped me because it opened doors and it gave me an idea. So
या
when you want to do tomorrow DU flow, you want to do a master flow, your base is already strong. In fact,
हम्म
people say that DU flow is the base, but I believe that ProFlow is much, much, much more of a base than DU flow and then a master flow.
Cool. So yeah, and then my next question is, like when we learn like online pre-recorded sessions, for instance, so there is always a issue of engagement and concentration level. So my question is, the program, how did the self-learning aspect for this particular program? Is it in like, as you know, like it includes a free trial period in it. So is it impact your engagement and the learning progression?
So, two things over here. There is no free trial period. Over
But they
here,
mention,
you
but they mention on the side. Maybe at that time there was no free trial period. Like I know there is no free cake in the world. So yeah, maybe, but they mentioned for maybe 2 days or 3 days they mention on the site, and then but I don't know.
Hmm,
So yeah, so maybe you can reply if the session they have
hmm,
prepared, the module they have
hmm.
prepared, are they engaging, interesting or not?
Yes. So, Rahul, I mean, initially you'll be lost, to be very honest,
Okay.
because I mean, if you have just done a B2, but You will learn a lot because there's always a start for everything. You
Okay,
always have a starting point.
that's
So,
true.
I mean, it is definitely very useful, very helpful. You can work at your own pace. There are no videos or something that, I mean, you have to, like, for example, how do we use a Word document? We write how much ever we want, and we just click on save, and we just keep it. And we
Mm,
continue the next time when we feel. So you work and you study at your own rhythm. सो फॉर एग्जाम्पल
mm,
टुडे मुझसे इतना ही हो रहा है यार, इससे ज्यादा क्वेश्चन नहीं हो रहे, यू जस्ट क्लोज द ऐप, दैट्स
yeah.
इट, दैट्स सिंपल.
Okay.
So nobody has kept you on a gun point or something that you have to finish so much in so much time. No, there's no time frame, there's no time period.
Okay,
So
so
you can work at your own rhythm, and how much ever you can absorb, that's it.
okay. So here, my next question it occurs like, can you just share a specific example of how how this certification course and the final project presentation added value to your teaching approach? I know you talked a lot about your experiences, okay, and the teaching approaches as well in the beginning. But yeah, I want the concrete example.
So I mean, so you get these attestation certificate, the attestation de
Yeah, this
participation,
yeah. Mhm.
okay, which is like, you obtain these batches, and I mean, you just get a certificate which makes you happy. But I
Mhm.
believe in all this, Rahul, the most important is the learning. The learning is very
Yeah,
important.
many people they think okay certification मिल जाए it's fine इसके बाद हो जाएगा. No guys, certification is nothing until unless you don't know how to apply those strategy while teaching. So
What's
there
the
is
use of
no value, there is no use. It's just a for size sheet, nothing
it?
else.
So I would tell the French teachers and people who want to pursue a profile, I would tell you all that, focus on the learning. Okay,
Mhm.
because you will know how to deal with your class, how to organize your class, how to prepare your resources, and most of all, when you do a B.Ed, they focus on a lesson plan. A
Mhm.
PROFLE is exactly that, but it gives you two additional modules where you're not only doing a lesson plan. In module 2, which is piloting une séquence pédagogique, it's also going to teach you how to use the first module, that is how to use your lesson plan in the classroom. You
Okay.
finish it over there. As a teacher,
Mhm.
you have your lesson plan, you complete.
Mhm.
You go one step ahead where it
Mhm.
teaches you how to evaluate your students in French, on the French criteria and everything. So this
Mm.
certification, definitely it may have not yes, today many people tell me that, oh, you've done PROFLE also,
Yeah,
because
also
usually people do
do
DUFLE
do
and they
flow
do a
directly.
master FLE. So people are like, you've done PROFLE, you have done PROFLE also.
I had Prachi and I remember that day we were just talking about you and not bitching, is just talking about you. Okay, so
Better
don't
not be.
so we just talking. Okay, and then Prachi said, अरे तुझे पता है शविन ने प्रोफ्लो भी किया हुआ है. व्हाट प्रोफ्लो करके आया वो तो भाई ड्यूफ्लो क्यों कर रहा है वो. No, no, because Duflo is the next level. That's why he is doing a Duflo, but he has also done Proflo, and he has a good knowledge of to prepare fish pedagogic and all. So I was quite surprised.
So, yes, Rahul. I mean, as French teachers, I mean, really, I would suggest you all don't look for any other courses.
Hmm.
First, begin with a PROFLE because I mean, you all will get the basics of being a French teacher. It will give you all that feel what
Hmm.
it is like standing in front of a class.
Okay, yeah, that's important. And this is my last question. Maybe we can record another part of this, experience exchange podcast for the Dufle, Profle, sorry, Profle. So, as you know, like maybe we can say 60-70% of teachers they are teaching in the school from 6th to 10th class, 10th standard, maybe 5th to 10th standard. So do you suggest for them as well to do the profile or not?
Rahul, any new kind of learning, I'm mainly focused on learning. Any new kind of learning
Mm-hmm.
which anything that brings you knowledge or
Mm-hmm.
helps you improve in at your workplace or in your job, I think it's never anything of, you shouldn't have a second thought about it कि यार करना चाहिए या नहीं. If it's adding value to your skills as a teacher, and
Mm-hmm.
PROFLE is what professionnalisation the professor du français. So I believe that if it is mainly designed for teachers. So if you are a French teacher, I think you shouldn't give it a thought. Just know
Go
that
for
you're
it.
going to benefit out of it. Just know that
Very
tomorrow
well
after
said.
doing a PROFLE, you are going to be a different and a better teacher in front of a class compared to someone who's just done a B2 and C1 and
Yeah.
just started teaching.
And one more value addition I would like to,
Add.
add is just like before I was teaching to adults. Okay. So my experience and confidence, it was not that much, at that high point. And then when I have done Duflo, okay, like a result, it was another story. But once I gone through all the study material of Duflo, I have learned how to prepare fish pedagogy, how to participate in the class, and the activities we can do in the for through thanks to Duflo program. And then when I started teaching those the same students, and they say, राहुल सर आपके अंदर कुछ चेंज लग रहा है, बहुत बड़ा चेंज आया, बट द चेंज इट वाज पॉजिटिव. Okay, the confidence, the techniques, the strategy we can apply while teaching to engage our class, so it was perfectly fine. So I don't have experience of the profla. If you are saying it is a good
Because
great
PROFLE
program.
is mainly aimed at developing teacher skills. It is to
Mhm.
facilitate the CECRL. It is, let
हाँ,
me bring this to
CSCRL,
your
yeah.
attention. It goes
CSCRL
aligned
is.
with the CECRL to improve quality of teaching and
Mhm.
most of all strengthen and
Mhm.
motivate the teachers, the French teachers.
Okay.
So yes, I mean, I personally benefited a lot, Rahul, from this, and I'm glad
Okay.
that I did this training. Just we said formation.
Okay, so thank you so much, Shavin. I know in this podcast we couldn't like
Cover up.
cover up all the question that I have in my mind. So maybe we can do the second part for this podcast, maybe to spread your knowledge, your experience to my audience, to my subscribers, and to my viewers as well. The same things I'm just repeating. I don't know why. So yep. So thank you so much, Shavin, for your time and for your kind words and for your knowledge.
Yes, thank you for inviting me over and having me over and giving me a chance. Now, even I can say that, okay, when I'm on YouTube, I mean, this is my first time I'm being interviewed, so
Okay.
it feels great. Thank you for this opportunity so
It's,
much, Mr. Sajdeva.
it's my pleasure, sir. Mr. Rodriguez. Okay, so I'm just someone is calling me from the Borivali. So what should I say? Okay, so jokes apart. So thank you so much, Ravin. So see you in the next video.
Sure. Bye,
Thank you.
Rahul.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
So guys, please subscribe my channel if you didn't. अगर नहीं हो तो सब्सक्राइब कर दो. वीडियो पसंद आई, पॉडकास्ट अच्छा लगा, प्लीज लाइक करो, शेयर करो, कमेंट करो, शेयर करो उन सबके साथ जो आपके खास हैं, आपके यार हैं, आपके दोस्त हैं, जिनका आप भला करना चाहते हैं. ठीक है, जिनका नहीं करना चाहते वो तो फिर यार आपके ऊपर है. सो थैंक यू सो मच.